Boxer, puncher, brawler, counterpuncher, orthodox southpaw. Styles make fights. It's one of the oldest and certainly truest adages in boxing. When Floyd Mayweather meets Manny Pacquiao May the 2nd, two of the best, most unique, and certainly most successful styles over the last decade will collide at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And while these two might not be as polar opposite stylistically as Ali and Frazier were, it's pretty damn close. It all begins with a stark contrast in their mindset. So we're at the Long Life Fighter Gym in Las Vegas with WBA light welterweight champion Jessie Vargas to break down Pac-Man and Mayweather. One of the reasons I think you're so perfect for this piece is you have real history with Floyd and perhaps some future with Manny Pacquiao. Talk about that.
That's right. Well, I was promoted by Floyd Mayweather for 3 or 4 years, and most recently I was in the books to fight Manny Pacquiao, so I studied him for a while now.
Let's start out and talk about Floyd's left jab. So he's going to be going against a southpaw, and of course Manny Pacquiao. Floyd has a tremendous left jab, especially when he decides to use it. And he's even told me in the in-ring that what he likes to do initially with his jab is establish distance. Going to be kind of difficult against Pacquiao because of some of the things you're going to show us that Manny does to make it difficult to establish any kind of rhythm.
But that's why he needs his jab, to put a stop to his rhythm. You know, kind of make him wait for a second. He gets hit with the jab, and he just has to wait. Or, yeah, it takes a second out of him. I mean, Manny Pacquiao is the type of fighter that doesn't care if he gets hit, he'll always come back. So you hit me, bam, and he'll still come back. He gets hit, but he still comes back. But that might be his mistake because that's what Floyd is going to see. And when he sees that, he's going to say, okay, he's going to get hit with this jab. He's going to get hit with this jab. So go ahead, hit me. And he's going to come right back as soon as he gets hit. And then that's when Floyd might counter with the right.
Right hand, right. Floyd Mayweather's most effective offensive weapon is that radar right hand that he throws. I mean, you don't see it coming, he just turns it over and it's there. And we've seen that can be an Achilles heel for Manny Pacquiao. Jesse, you're in the Manny Pacquiao stance, southpaw stance. Floyd's always trying to set up that right hand right over, so I think that'll be could be a very effective weapon, for Floyd Mayweather. And again, you mentioned the shot to the body, which you think will be a good paralyzing and a type of punch. But I still think that Manny's head, as good as he has that upper body movement, and he does, and he's so quick, he still seems to get hit with that right hand. And once Floyd has the distance and the leverage, that final thing is the timing. And when he gets that, you don't see it coming. And it's so quick, so fast, I think it'll be an effective weapon for Floyd Mayweather. Focus on Manny's offense and talk a little bit about, we could start out with the right jab, but I don't think it's going to be effective. So we'll skip the right jab, and let's talk about his straight left hand. He generates so much power with that straight left, and I think a lot of it has to do with his tremendous core strength and his legs and hips and again, quickness.
As we said earlier, and we just can't say it enough, Manny Pacquiao's offense is everything, and as soon as you let him get it started, it's dangerous. Yeah. Right? So, this is Manny Pacquiao. He throws so many shots, he might just double it.
So you think
I'm not doing this the exact replica of his style. I'm not Manny Pacquiao, but I can show you an idea, give you an idea of what he might be doing, which is a double jab, straight left. Double jab, straight left, and he does this. And then he might do this, and he'll start hopping around a little bit again. You see how he does that a lot? And remember, these punches are coming in with power, and they're extremely fast.
Yeah, you don't see that second punch.
You don't.
There's a little opening that Floyd doesn't realize that perhaps Manny, can do some damage with, and that's with the right hook. Now, you're Floyd Mayweather, and typically, you throw a shot against Floyd, you know what he's going to do. He's going to turn, catch, whatever. But when the right hand, I don't think will be effective straight. The right hand's not going to do. The jab's not going to be effective. The jab's not going to be effective. The right hand straight, I don't think will be effective. But this shot here, when Floyd is in his position, this here is the one shot that Manny perhaps can catch him right here. And this is the shot where he got hit against Shane Mosley. Top of the head It was a wide right hand. Actually, in the case of Mosley, it was just a wide shot that caught him here, discombobulated him a little bit, and Floyd recovered from the shot and went on to do what he does, break down Mosley and beat him easily. But I think with Manny Pacquiao, he can generate such power off of that right hook. And perhaps, as Jessie mentioned, with the movement, perhaps Floyd won't be in the typical position to catch it. Manny can throw it, and it can land up here and catch Floyd and perhaps do some damage. And one other good thing about that shot, Jessie, if he can land it, and he hurts Floyd, this punch brings you right in position for this. So it would be hit here. What would be this if he got hit? What would happen? He'd slide here, and then bam.
And then he'll continue going just like Bullet.
And like you say, if Manny hurts him, he's going to try to finish him. So I think the most important weapon for Manny Pacquiao really would be the right hook. I see Manny coming out and doing a lot of what we mentioned, getting off to that, perhaps big lead, something that we saw Marcos Maidana do. Get off to a lead, get ahead, but all the time while he's doing that, Floyd is establishing that distance, leverage, timing, locking in his radar. And once he locks down his GPS on the Pac-Man, the fight's over, and Floyd wins a unanimous decision. The real winner, May the 2nd, boxing fans. We finally get the fight that we've all been waiting for so many years. Boxing in general, it's a win because we have the best fighting the best. And we'll all enjoy it May the 2nd when Mayweather faces Pacquiao.